Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Today is the 20th of March 2018. This is JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Luchauskas, where we're just a few minutes before the US opening bell. We're going to have a look at what has happened during the European session, what to expect later on, just a few key levels to watch out for. So yeah, but before we continue, as always, let's have a read through our risk disclaimer. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. So let's jump into the charts straight away. Okay, let's have a look at the FTSE. FTSE managed to regain a bit of its lost ground from yesterday. So I was talking about this level of 7,060, 7,064, 60. So this level is going to be an interesting one to watch out for, because we can see now that we're just slightly above it, but we're going to be waiting for today's close and see if it's going to close either above this or below. If we close above this, maybe we could see some further continuation tomorrow to the upside. But at the moment, of course, we're not going to be guessing here. We're just going to wait and see how this daily candle will close. Like I said, watch for this 7,064 level. Could be a good important level to watch. Now let's have a look at a few pairs, actually, because we are seeing the most activity in the pairs today. So let's have a look at the euro dollar. Now euro dollar, this is a daily chart, guys. We can see now that it has almost fully retraced and fully sold off and retraced for the whole the size of the yesterday's candle. It's like that. Now let's put a 4-hour actually. So it seems like that this is the level that is where we're going to be watching now for, is the 122,750, around 122,700 and 750. So if this proves to be a strong level of support, we might get a reversal back up, but then again, to be honest, I think this day might close in the red already, just considering looking at this negative activity here in the euro dollar. We do have slightly below this this level of 122,750. we do have this other support line running from this upwards moving support line that's running from December last year. So a move towards that support line and potentially a break could open the path towards this lower upwards moving trend line that has been running since April last year. Just to double check, yes, that was April last year. So an interesting level here and an interesting spot the euro dollar is. So we need to wait and see what's going to happen for next, because if you're going to look at it maybe from this point, that it's forming this triangle, this symmetrical triangle here, then we would need to wait for a break either below this or above in order to understand where it wants to head, where it wants to continue heading further. So at the moment we are looking out for this 122,750 area. Could act as a support level for now. Of course, we still have the full US session to run, so keep an eye on this, guys. I mean, keep an eye on this area right here. It might get broken if this weakness will continue. Let's have a look at the GBP USD now. It's the pound against the dollar. So it is loving this 140 area, and this psychological 140. It seems that it just cannot let it go. And at the moment, we are balancing just around it. We managed to break through this, but as we can see here, that the price now got back to the 140 level, and now it's deciding whether it wants to close below, or maybe I don't know, close above this and maybe reverse and continue and move higher again. At the moment, like I said, we are at a difficult spot here. This is, like I said, a key level to watch, and not only now, it has been a key level for quite a while now. And so yeah, I mean, guys, there's not much to say here, to be honest, is apart from keep an eye on this 140. I mean, keep an eye on today's close, and this could prove to be, like I said, in quite important area. And if this gets broken to the downside and closes below this 140, then, well, the upside is off the table again, unless there's some sort of huge news that are going to drive this pair again. But at the moment, it's not really looking good, and it seems that it wants to go lower. But like I said, let's not guess, and let's see what it's going to do. Now let's have a look at the USD CAD. Now USD CAD still within the channel here. We are looking at the at this 130, the psychological 130 level that it tested a few times here in the beginning of March, and then it broke it on it broke the level here, the 130 level, last week. So now we're just stuck here just below this 131 250 area. Of course, we can see here as well on the 4-hour chart that we've got this 21 EMA here that's holding this price. Now, if we get a move below this 121, below the 21 EMA, we could get a push, maybe, like I said, towards this 130, the psychological 130 level. And now then, if we do get a price near this level, keep an eye on this one, because this could bring back the bears back into the driver's seat, and we could maybe see a move lower here towards this lower bound of the channel, that this has been intact. So this is, like I said, we can see that it's slightly getting squeezed here right now. We could get a next good 4-hour candle, maybe a better move here. So at the moment, like I said, it is deciding on whether it wants to continue moving lower or higher. On the upside, we would consider higher levels only if we get a move above the 131 250, because the next level that we would be watching here would be the 131 600. So even though it's not far from the 250, the 31 250, still the 131 600 is quite a significant area, because it has been the this little low here, this little drop area here in June last year. So keep an eye on this one, the 131 600, guys. If that, like I said, we'll consider that area if we get a break above the 131 250. But at the moment, looking at this 4-hour chart, it's trying to decide whether it wants to break this 21 EMA here, or maybe actually reverse and go back higher again. So watch out for this one. Let's have a look at the dollar Swiss quickly. Now dollar Swiss also within an interesting formation here. I mean, we can slightly adjust it. Maybe let's actually put it here. There we go. Now it's kind of an ugly veg, rising veg formation here, and we can see that the pair has broken this resistance level at around 0.95 350. This area has acted as a good level of resistance in the past. We can see that it almost touched it here around 8th of March, and then went down, tested this upwards moving trend line, and moved higher now. So at the moment, this is looking quite bullish, to be honest, because, like I said, we had a nice break here above the 0.95 350 370. So this might continue pushing higher, maybe a test of this upper side here, upper side of this rising veg, potential veg. and we could maybe, like I said, could see higher levels here. But if this price suddenly gets back below this 0.95350 today, well, the downside could be back on the table again, and maybe we could get a push, maybe lower and test this upwards moving trend line that started here on the 16th of February. So watch out for this one. Of course, this is looking bullish for now, but like I said, we still have the full US session to run. Let's excuse me. Let's have a look at the Aussie dollar quickly. Aussie dollar is undecided today. It's stuck in this little range here between the 0.77 and 0.76900. A break either here to the upside. Let me just highlight this one, guys. Oh, let's put the nice arrow right here, and a nice arrow right here. So if we get a break to either of the sides here, I mean, if a break above the 0.77250 could push this pair higher, maybe towards this this area right here at around 0.77700. That has acted as a good support level in the past. Now it could be a good resistance level. But like I said, we would only consider that level if we get a break above the 0.77250. On the downside here, of course, we need a move below this 0.76900 in order to get a move towards this little line here, this bottom side of this channel, because we can see here clearly here that it is forming a nice slightly downwards, well, not slightly, but actually downwards moving channel here. So a break below this 0.76900 could push it lower here and test the bottom side of this channel. So keep an eye on this one, guys. I mean, of course, I would recommend to stay sharp here and wait until it will get out of this little range that it is in right now. So, okay, guys, I think I'm running out of time right now. I hope you have a good US session. I hope you have a good rest of the day. And as always, guys, keep an eye on the price action. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.